We brought in the essence of slow living into this 21st century home. We try to achieve it by using the principle of spatial layering. Let's say this wall is glass, and then this is a kind of a porous jali, and let's say this is another translucent partition. Let's assume that there is a kind of greenery which is like between these two planes. There is a kind of a water body between these two planes. So imagine when a person is like going to perceive this particular series of planes with different kinds of materials and with different kinds of mediums between it, it will create different kinds of experiences. It will emote different kinds of experiences. So everything, maybe like if you change the order, it might emote a different kind of a feeling. I am architect Mali Saravanan. I am the principal architect of Mavi Design based in Chennai. Today I am going to take you through a tour of this house which I have designed. For detailed chapters and PDF ebooks of the drawings and the visuals of the house, please go to www.buildofy.com. So the site is almost spanning around 23,500 square feet, which equals around 10 grounds of property. So it is abutting a sub-road which is called as the North Crescent Road. If you look at the orientation of the site, this is basically the north point of the site. So basically the site is a north-facing property. So when we first visited the site, there was already an existing building structure. So we were looking at repurposing the building, and we had to retain the RCC framework, which is the roofs, columns and beams, and brought down all the wall structures so that we can try to zone different spaces based on the client's requirement. This is the entrance gate for the property, which is located in the northeast quadrant of the building, and which is one of the very preferred locations as per the Vastu. The car comes over here. You can see the movement of the car will be something like this. It comes here and then it drops people here. Then again it turns back and then it can park here or it can go out. This was a circulation pattern, or it can go towards this direction, and there were like 3 car parks in the rear part of the building. So there is a entrance portico where there is a furniture arrangement in the formation of a L, so that people can just wait for the clients, or if any guests come, they can come for a coffee here. They can enjoy the early morning coffees or read newspapers, and they're surrounded by nature on all sides. And the home office is situated right outside. So again, this is where we wanted to bring the aspect of work away from outside the main living habitable spaces. This is the entrance foyer. So this is almost a kind of a transitional space. So the transitional space is like with a nice 8 feet door which opens out into a Zen court. So the Zen court is a kind of a welcoming court for a person. So it puts them in a sense of calmness the moment they enter. And from there on, if you take a left, the dining is like secluded very strongly towards the east side of the property. So where the dining is like situated here, a 10-seater dining. You can see that this is the shape of this complete living area, which is quite grander with a nice double height. And this overlooks into a green pocket over here. So basically this living will get a very nice early morning north light. So always the living will get a nice very diffused lighting throughout the day. Creation lounge is it's a kind of a place where people, the clients can just sit back, relax, or do a book reading there. And this particular space opens out into a very nice pool over here. And the pool is like surrounded with very lush landscapes. About the idea of perpetual layering, where we try to layer this particular recreation lounge as an indoor space, and it is sandwiched with the green space on this side, and also you can see a green space on the rear side. So when you sit in that room, you will be like seeing greeneries on all the both sides. And also this particular zone has got a very nice well-light path where the swimming pool area's flooring is covered with wooden decking material, and the main pool's flooring is with the broken katappa. So we try to camouflage the natural material so that it creates a very good essence in the space. And next to the recreation room is all the other amenities like the spa, steam rooms and other toilets. So when people are like having a dip in the pool, they can just use this particular restroom. This tropical garden forms a kind of a mini a micro forest, I would say. So it really helps in changing the climate of the place. This is like a completely dense with landscape, and we believe this space will be used as a space where one opens out themselves and it's self-reflective and they connect with nature. And this particular garden can be also viewed from the different levels. So the master bedroom's balcony overlooks this particular garden, so that this forms a kind of back-end retreat for them. The laterite is one of the very key elements. So this is a kind of a finish we had used to create a kind of jali wall using laterite blocks. So this strong red terracotta forms the central language of the house, or a kind of a pivotal plane in this entire project. This is the floor plate of the first floor. Sorry, on the west side we have got two bigger bedrooms, one of which is the master, and we have got the third bedroom over here, and the fourth bedroom with this walk-in and toilets over here. So in a way, the organization of the bedroom is in such a way that the east side has two of the bedrooms and the west side has two of the bedrooms. So now the moment you come from the ground floor to the first floor here, this is the central core, which has got a dog-leg staircase. So the moment we come here, so we are like landing into a kind of a very nice transitional space. So this transitional space connects two bedrooms, and also from the transitional space you can get into a court with a kind of a smaller gazebo which is like at the top of this, and from this court you can overlook the pool. So this is a kind of an moment where you will have a very good visual connection with the ground floor. The upper living overlooks into the lower living, so which is a double height space, and from this upper living again it connects to a kind of an ante space, and this connects to the other bedroom. Let's say a human is experiencing the build structure in an open space. Let's say a human is experiencing a build structure in this one. So if you look at this complete thing, they will get different kinds of emotions. The sense of compactness in the first one, a sense of refreshingness in the second one, or the sense of grandeur in the third. So we can try to explore or bring in a kind of an harmony by organizing these kinds of levels. So these parts, like how we try to break it, and then we try to cascade these areas, and we introduce a kind of a green which is like flowing on from the top. The green is like coming from the top and then it is flowing on over here, and again the green is like cascading from this level, and then the green is like cascading at this level over here. So in a way we try to give a pause so that it became three individual white blocks, like how you see here. This is a kind of a layering which we did with the greens over here, with the landscapes over here, which was like going in behind these blocks. So in a way it completely mellowed down the entire volume and gave a kind of a very simple, a very I would say a very soundless intervention. The indoor and the outdoors are blurred, like you don't see a strong distinction. The thresholds are like completely blurred. You start feeling that you start to live along with the greens, and you are surrounded yourself with the greenscapes over here.